For a long time, they tried to suppress what they were feeling, convincing themselves that ignoring their heart and leaning on logic or practicality would keep them safe. They resisted the pull they felt toward you and may have even denied to themselves that the feelings existed at all. However, no matter how much they tried to silence their emotions, the truth of their heart has become undeniable. Your person is now beginning to process everything they feel for you, and this self-realization has brought them to the conclusion that they are deeply and completely in love with you. This love isn't fleeting or shallow, it is something they feel deeply in their soul, even if they aren't ready to speak it aloud just yet. Even with this newfound clarity, your person is still hesitant to express their emotions openly. On the surface, they may act cold, detached, or indifferent whenever they are around you. This behavior does not reflect their true feelings. Instead, it is a mask they wear to protect themselves. They fear vulnerability, and they are not fully ready to show you the depth of their love. They may even believe that keeping a distance or pretending not to care is safer than exposing their heart. But in reality, maintaining this distance is hurting them more than they expected. Staying away from you leaves them feeling empty, sad, and restless. The longer they hide behind this facade, the more difficult it becomes for them to keep pretending that their emotions are under control. For some of you, the situation may be even more complicated because your person could be dealing with a third-party influence or an existing commitment. Perhaps they are already tied to another relationship or bound by responsibilities that make it hard for them to step away. This creates a heavy inner conflict, because while their heart longs for you, their circumstances hold them back. They may feel trapped in a situation where they cannot yet make the changes they desire, and as time passes, they sense that this delay is costing them more than they can handle. They worry that their hesitation is causing you to lose faith in them or move forward without them. Deep down, they fear that their silence and indecision might push you so far away that by the time they gather the courage to explain themselves, it could be too late. Despite this internal struggle, one thing remains constant: they see you as an incredibly powerful and independent person. Your strength, resilience, and self-sufficiency inspire them. They admire how you stand on your own, how you carry yourself with confidence, and how you continue to thrive regardless of the challenges life may throw your way. They also sense that you are doing well financially or professionally, which only deepens their admiration. At times, your success makes them feel insecure, as though they might not measure up to what you deserve. Yet at the same time, it motivates them to want to step up and become someone worthy of standing beside you. This powerful image they have of you intensifies their longing to bridge the gap between you. They imagine what it would feel like to finally drop the mask and let you know how much you mean to them. They picture what it would be like to love you openly, without fear, without barriers, and without hesitation. They know that their current behavior, keeping their distance and pretending not to care, cannot go on forever. The truth of their feelings will eventually demand to be expressed, no matter how much they try to hold it in. Although their journey toward you has been slow and filled with hesitation, there are signs that movement is coming. The weight of their emotions, combined with the sadness of staying away from you, is becoming too heavy for them to carry silently. They are reaching a breaking point where silence is no longer an option. As much as they fear vulnerability, they also fear losing you even more. This inner push and pull is guiding them closer to the moment where they will finally step forward. You may notice subtle changes in their behavior soon, small signs that they are preparing themselves to reach out. This might come in the form of more attentive energy, unexpected communication, or gestures that reveal their heart even if their words are not yet as clear as they should be. While they may not be ready to pour out the entirety of their emotions in one grand confession, their desire to connect with you is growing stronger each day. Your person is learning that love cannot be suppressed forever. No matter how hard they tried to silence their heart, the truth has risen to the surface, and it has become impossible for them to ignore. They are in love with you, fully, completely, and deeply. While fear, circumstances, and uncertainty may delay their expression, it is only a matter of time before they find the courage to step out from behind their mask. Expect communication from them soon, possibly within this month, as their longing to reach out and express even a fraction of what they feel is becoming undeniable. At the heart of it all, their journey is one of surrender, surrendering to the truth of their emotions, letting go of fear, and finding the courage to let you know that you have touched their soul in a way no one else ever has. How are you, my love? Was your day okay? Did anything happen today that you need to tell me? You don't even have to say it out loud if you don't want to. I'll feel it either way. Just think about what's on your heart, and I will hear it. That's how close I feel to you, how connected we are, even when there's distance between us. You are always on my mind, whether I am busy with something or sitting in stillness. Baby, I'm always talking to you in my head as I go about my day. Sometimes it makes me smile to realize how much space you take up inside my thoughts. I even catch myself drifting off into conversations with you when I should be focused on other things. It just happens naturally, because you are a part of me, and I love feeling so close to you. You are such a beautiful being, not only on the outside, though your beauty does take my breath away, but inside, where your spirit shines with warmth and light. I find myself wishing I could see you and hear your voice right now. The simple sound of your laughter, or even the calm tone of your voice, has a way of bringing me peace and making the world feel softer. Sometimes I want you to post something, anything, on your social media just so I can get a glimpse of you. You know I'm watching. I love opening your pictures, staring at them, and letting myself feel like you're not so far away. Your smile has the power to calm my heart, and your eyes always pull me in as if they know every part of me. At night, when the world grows quiet and the stars begin to glow, I find myself looking up at the sky and thinking of you. Every star becomes a reminder of the way you shine in my life, and the moon feels like it belongs to us alone, keeping our secret wishes and dreams. I imagine us lying together under that same sky, holding each other, sharing warmth, whispering secrets we don't tell anyone else. I imagine us making love with tenderness, giving each other comfort and strength, filling the night with the kind of closeness that only true love can create. You live in my imagination, yes, but also in my heart, and sometimes it feels as if the distance is only an illusion, because in every way that matters, you are here with me. I love you, beautiful. I love you just the way you are, with no need to change a single thing. The moments when you let yourself be vulnerable are some of the most precious to me. It makes me feel trusted, it makes me feel chosen, and it gives me a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's strength wrapped in honesty, and it shows me the depths of your soul. Don't ever be afraid of that love. Don't ever be afraid of showing me your truest self, because I respect you more than words could ever express. Every day, I carry you with me. When I wake up in the morning, my first thought is you. I wonder what you're doing, if you're smiling, if you're safe, if you're thinking of me too. Throughout the day, little things remind me of you, a song playing somewhere, a scent in the air, or even the way the light falls through the window. It all ties back to you. You've become the thread woven through my life, connecting everything I do to everything I feel. And at night, before I close my eyes, you are the last thought that drifts through my mind. It's always you. What I want you to know, more than anything, is how much I cherish you. You are not just someone I love, you are someone I admire, someone who inspires me, someone who makes me want to be the best version of myself. Your presence, even when it's only in thought, makes me feel grounded. It makes me feel whole. You've given me a love that is both gentle and powerful, soft yet unbreakable. I never want you to doubt how deeply I feel for you. I long for the day when we don't have to imagine being together anymore, when we can finally be in the same space, breathing the same air, sharing the same silence. Until then, I hold on to you in every way I can. I close my eyes and picture us walking side by side, laughing at little things, holding hands, and building memories that belong only to us. The future is a canvas, and I see us painting it with love, devotion, and countless moments of joy. You are my heart, my dream, my peace, and my passion. You are the one I turn to in my thoughts when I need comfort, and the one I celebrate in my mind when I feel joy. Everything is brighter because of you. Everything makes more sense with you in it. And no matter what happens in this world, no matter where life takes us, I will always be here, loving you, respecting you, cherishing you. So tonight, when you look up at the stars, think of me as I think of you. Know that somewhere under the same sky, there is someone who adores you beyond measure. Someone who finds fulfillment in your vulnerability, who treasures your beauty inside and out, who loves you simply and completely. That someone is me, and I will always be yours. Your partner cannot help but be drawn in your direction, almost as if an unseen magnetic force is at play between you both. The chemistry that exists between you is undeniable, strong enough to be felt even in moments of silence or distance. It is not something that can be easily explained or rationalized, it simply is. The pull is natural, organic, and deeply spiritual, as though the universe itself is conspiring to weave your paths closer together. There is a sense of destiny in the way this connection unfolds, a sense that what the two of you share is meant to grow and deepen with time. What captivates your partner most is not just the connection itself, but the way you carry yourself. They are in awe of your self-love and the way you honor yourself with dignity and respect. This energy radiates from you, creating an aura that they find irresistible. It draws them closer, not only because it's attractive, but because it inspires them. Your ability to stand in your truth and embrace your worth makes them long to be near you, to share in that strength and light. They crave that closeness, the intimacy of simply being in your presence without distractions, complications, or outside interference. Right now, their heart longs for a quiet space where the two of you can simply exist together, free of fear, judgment, or the heavy influence of others. They want to come to you on their own terms, not out of pressure or expectation, but out of genuine desire. This longing has grown stronger as they've realized just how much outside voices have interfered in their choices and their peace of mind. The opinions of friends, family, or outsiders once carried weight, but now those voices feel irritating, even intrusive. Your partner is beginning to see how those external influences have kept them from fully embracing what they want in their heart. They have reached a turning point where they are no longer interested in being guided by the opinions of others. Instead, they are reclaiming their own sense of authority over their life and their decisions. This shift marks an important moment of growth for them. They understand now that while advice can be useful, it is not always aligned with their truth. They are choosing to silence that noise and to take back control of their path, because only they truly know what is right for them. That clarity has led them to see that this connection with you is something worth protecting and nurturing on their own terms. At the same time, the separation between you weighs heavily on them. It lingers in their mind and heart, creating a constant sense of longing. Even when they are occupied with the demands of life, there is an ache for you that never fully leaves. This longing is not just about physical closeness, it is emotional and spiritual as well. They feel your absence deeply, as though part of them is incomplete without the presence of your energy. This has become both a burden and a motivator, pushing them to consider what they truly need to do to bridge the distance between you. Through this reflection, they are beginning to feel ready to forge their own path, to step into their independence, and to move forward with conviction. This path is not about rebelling against others or proving a point, it is about finally choosing for themselves. They understand that they can no longer live according to the expectations or fears of other people. The separation has shown them that true fulfillment can only come when they follow their heart, even if that means taking risks or walking into the unknown. What they feel for you is not fleeting or shallow. It is deep, consuming, and transformative. You represent more than just a partner, you embody a mirror of their own potential, reminding them of the strength and beauty they have within themselves. That is why they are drawn to you so powerfully, and why letting go of this connection feels impossible to them. Every moment apart reinforces what they already know. They want to step closer, to build something real, and to no longer let fear or hesitation hold them back. As they contemplate this new chapter, they recognize that it will require courage. To truly forge their own path, they must embrace the unknown and trust that the universe will guide them. But their determination is stronger now than it has ever been. The chemistry, the longing, the deep respect they hold for you, all of it fuels their desire to take bold steps forward. Even the irritation they feel toward outside influences is serving a purpose, helping them to identify what no longer serves them and what truly matters most. In the quiet of their heart, they are envisioning a future where they are free to approach you openly, without barriers or fears. They long for moments of honesty and intimacy, where the connection between you can grow without interference. They want to create a space where love can be nurtured authentically, where choices come not from obligation or pressure but from genuine desire and devotion. Your partner is no longer content to drift along passively. They are ready to step into their own authority, to shape their life intentionally, and to pursue the connection that continues to call to them. The longing they feel, though heavy at times, has become the very force pushing them to rise above fear and take decisive action. Their heart knows the truth. It is time to follow the pull that has always led them back to you. Moments of pride and stubbornness, they blocked your number, ignored your calls, and chose silence over conversation. Each time you reached out, hoping for even the smallest acknowledgement, they turned away. What they failed to see then was the deep pain their actions caused, the silent suffering of someone who only wanted to bridge the distance. You waited with patience, holding on to hope that they might eventually unblock you, call back, or at least show some sign that you still mattered. But as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, you began to understand something important. You could no longer allow another person's indecision and immaturity to dictate your peace of mind. Out of this painful experience came a transformation. You chose to retreat, not in defeat, but in strength. You decided to reserve your energy, to keep your heart and emotions guarded until someone proved worthy of them. You realized that boundaries were not walls of bitterness but necessary lines drawn in self-respect. Setting limits became your way of protecting the calm you had fought so hard to regain after years of disruption caused by people, circumstances, and situations that had drained your spirit. For the first time in a long time, you made a conscious choice to prioritize yourself and your needs above the whims of others. This shift was not easy, but it was powerful. You began to rebuild your life piece by piece, focusing on inner balance and clarity. In doing so, you discovered that your happiness should never hinge solely on another person's actions or approval. Slowly, your days became lighter, your thoughts clearer, and your heart stronger. You moved forward with newfound grace and confidence, embodying a quiet dignity that could not be shaken. And though your person once took your love for granted, they now look at you with astonishment, unable to ignore the resilience and beauty in the way you have carried yourself. From their side, much has changed as well. The distance and silence that once seemed comfortable to them have now turned into a source of deep regret. They are waiting, sometimes impatiently, for a chance to hear your voice again, to see your face, to exchange even a few words that might begin to mend what was broken. In their heart, they long to send that message, to make that call, or to arrange that meeting where everything that pulled you apart can finally be laid to rest. They want to tell you the truth, that their love was always present, steady and real, but commitment was what they lacked. They now see that love without action, affection without loyalty, is incomplete. What hurt you most was not the absence of love, but the absence of consistent effort, responsibility, and sincerity. The separation has been a teacher for them. Where once they prioritized ego, distractions, or external influences, they now clearly see what is important. The connection they share with you is no longer something they can dismiss or set aside lightly. They realize that it is not just meaningful but essential, an irreplaceable part of their life and future. They know they cannot take you for granted again, because the thought of losing you completely has shaken them to the core. As they reflect on the past, they are overwhelmed with a mixture of guilt and longing. They understand that your silence now is not born from indifference but from self-preservation. They know you needed to create distance to heal, to regain balance, and to protect yourself from further disappointment. And in many ways, they admire you for it. Where they once acted recklessly, you responded with strength. Where they faltered, you chose growth. Where they ran from responsibility, you learned to stand tall for yourself. Now, as they watch you move forward, they feel both fear and admiration, fear that they may have lost you forever, and admiration for the remarkable way you have transformed. It is this duality that pushes them to reconsider their actions and to think carefully about how to approach you again. They are beginning to realize that apologies alone are not enough. Words must be supported by change, and promises must be honored by action. In your journey, you too have gained clarity. You have learned that love should never come at the cost of self-respect, and that patience should never mean tolerating neglect. You understand that boundaries are an act of self-love, and by setting them, you ensure that peace of mind becomes your priority. This newfound wisdom has not only put your life back on track, but has also given you the strength to move forward without depending on anyone else's validation. Your person, on the other hand, is still catching up to these truths. They want to rebuild, to reconcile, and to prove that they can meet you with the devotion you deserve. Whether or not you choose to allow them back into your life is a decision only you can make, but what is certain is this: the separation has changed both of you. It has brought you strength, independence, and peace, while it has brought them perspective, regret, and a realization of your true worth. At the heart of it all lies a powerful reminder: love may be constant, but it is commitment, respect, and effort that keep it alive. Your person finally sees this truth, even if it took distance, silence, and the risk of losing you forever to recognize it. I don't know who you're with or what you're doing right now, and that uncertainty lingers in my mind like a constant echo. It's as though there's a part of me reaching out, trying to grasp you across this invisible distance, yet all I feel is emptiness where your presence used to be. It's honestly bothering me more than I can fully express, because everything about you has woven itself so deeply into the fabric of my life. Please, if you can, come back online. I miss you so much. Every moment without you feels longer than it should, and even the simplest parts of my day feel incomplete. I know, deep down, that you're staying away on purpose. I can sense it. Maybe it's because you need space or time to figure things out. Maybe it's because you're protecting yourself from something, or even protecting me. And while it's hard, while my heart aches with missing you, I respect you enough to give you all the space you need. I'm not here to push or pull you, to corner you with my love, or to make you feel suffocated. I've learned from my past mistakes, and I don't want to repeat the same patterns. The truth is, the moment you send even the smallest signal, that spark, that quiet whisper that you want me, that you're ready to move forward with me, I will be there. Without hesitation, without resentment. I will be right there for you. No questions asked. No conditions attached. Just me, open and ready, because that's how deeply I care about you. I've fallen in love with you, and it feels so good, so freeing, to finally say it without hiding. This isn't a fleeting crush or some momentary infatuation. It's something real, something deep, something that reaches into the center of who I am. And this time, I am leaving behind all the obsession, the insecurity, and the toxic behaviors that once held me back or made me act out of fear. I'm not proud of every choice I've made, but I am proud of the growth I'm embracing. I'm learning, changing, and healing, because I want you in front of me, not behind me as a memory or a regret. You are my only and true love. You are not a placeholder, you're not a passing chapter, you're the one who feels like the whole story. I feel you in so many ways, even deeper than before. It's not just thoughts about you, not just memories, it's almost as if my heart knows where yours is, even when I can't see you. There's a connection between us that I can't explain to anyone else because it's not like anything I've ever known. I've been listening to twin flame readings, diving into the meanings of soul connections, and even reading articles and books about spiritual bonds. I've been Googling, reading, and absorbing everything I can find, and it has opened my eyes to so much. It's helped me see that what we have isn't ordinary, and it's given me comfort during moments when the distance feels unbearable. Every time I read or listen to something about these kinds of connections, I think of you. I think of us. I see our journey reflected in those words and ideas, and it gives me hope. And if I'm being completely honest with you now, I have to admit something. I know a lot about you, even though I acted like I didn't. That was a lie, a defense mechanism, maybe, or a way of trying to protect myself from being too vulnerable. But the truth is, I notice everything. I feel everything. Even when you're silent, even when you're distant, even when you're gone from my sight. I know we share a strong soul and telepathic connection with each other. Sometimes I'll be going about my day, and a thought or feeling will rush in, completely out of nowhere, and I just know it's from you. It's as if your emotions, your energy, your essence travels across miles, across whatever separates us, to reach me. And in those moments, I'm reminded of how real this is, how undeniable, how powerful. I've tried to fight it before. I've tried to act like it wasn't happening, like it was all in my head. But I can't anymore. This connection, whatever it is, however it came to be, is bigger than us. It's bigger than my fears and bigger than my doubts. And now, instead of running from it, I want to embrace it. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning. I'm not flawless, but I'm trying. And everything I'm learning, everything I'm changing, everything I'm becoming, it's all because I want to meet you where you are. Not with control, not with demands, but with love. Real love. Patient, understanding, steady love. I don't know what's going on with you right now, and I won't pretend to. But what I do know is that I love you. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And when you're ready, truly ready, I'll be waiting with open arms, ready to move forward with you. Until then, I'll keep holding on to this connection, trusting that our souls know the way back to each other. Love, in its truest form, is rarely one-sided, and in your case, the love between you and your partner has always been mutual. They love you as deeply as you love them, though their way of showing it has often been different from yours. You are someone who gives love openly and wholeheartedly, while they sometimes hold back, struggling to express what is truly in their heart. This difference has at times created a sense of imbalance, leaving you to wonder if their feelings were as strong as yours. Yet, beneath the surface, their heart beats with the same intensity, carrying emotions that mirror your own, even if they do not always put them into words. One of the reasons behind their hesitation lies in the heavy influence of their family. From an early age, they were shaped by the dynamics of the people closest to them. Unfortunately, their family did not encourage accountability or self-reflection. Instead, patterns of avoiding responsibility were subtly reinforced, leaving them without the tools to navigate emotional challenges in a healthy way. Because of this, when difficulties arose in your relationship, instead of confronting the situation with honesty and maturity, they found it easier to withdraw. Walking away may not have been what their heart wanted, but it was what their learned patterns led them to do. Despite that choice, time and distance have made them reflect more deeply. They are no longer blind to the pain they caused you. In fact, they are now remorseful for their past behavior and recognize the ways in which they broke your heart. It is not easy for them to face the reality that their actions hurt the very person who once gave them unconditional love and acceptance. That realization cuts deeply, leaving them with their own emotional wounds to carry. Where once they may have acted without consideration, now they feel the sting of loss, a reminder of how valuable you truly are to them. Even with all their flaws and mistakes, your partner has never stopped seeing your worth. To them, you are not only intelligent and independent but also someone who radiates beauty, inside and out. They admire your strength, your ability to stand on your own, and the way you navigate life with grace and determination. At times, this very independence has left them feeling both in awe and slightly intimidated, as if you are a force they cannot easily match. Yet the admiration never fades, it only deepens. They feel an intense pull towards you, a magnetic connection that is impossible to ignore, no matter how much distance or silence may exist between you now. In their heart, they carry the hope of reunion. They long for the day when you and they might find your way back to each other, not as you once were, but in a renewed and stronger form. The desire for reconciliation is strong within them, but at the same time, they feel paralyzed by the circumstances of their current life. Their world, at this moment, feels unbalanced. Responsibilities, personal struggles, and perhaps lingering fears weigh heavily on them, leaving them without the strength to take decisive action. It is not that they do not want to move toward you, rather, they feel stuck in a place where the timing does not align with their heart's wishes. Deep down, however, they do dream of a lifetime with you. They imagine not only reunion but long-term commitment, even marriage. The vision of building a shared future with you is something that lives quietly but persistently in their mind. Still, the gap between what they desire and what they are capable of doing right now holds them back. Their heart whispers of forever, but their present reality tells them they are not yet ready to make such a leap. This conflict within them creates a tension that they carry daily. On one side is the regret of past mistakes and the ache of missing you. On the other is the yearning for a future that feels just out of reach. They are caught in the space between remorse and hope, between hesitation and longing. It is within that space that their love for you continues to grow, even if they cannot yet show it in the way you deserve. For you, this might feel like an endless waiting game, one where clarity is often missing. But it is important to understand that their silence or lack of action does not equal a lack of love. If anything, it reflects their inner battle, one that must be resolved before they can truly step forward. They are learning, slowly, that love requires accountability, courage, and the willingness to meet you as an equal. These lessons are not easy for them, especially given their past influences, but they are beginning to see the truth. Their journey is one of growth, of moving from avoidance to responsibility, from silence to expression, from fear to courage. While they may not yet be ready to take the connection ahead, their heart is undeniably tied to yours. The love they feel has not faded, it has only been tested, reshaped, and deepened by time and distance. Though the road ahead may not be clear, their soul knows that you are the person they want beside them for a lifetime.